The storm that I can't pronounce is on its way. We are expecting 70-mile-an-hour winds. They're coming in about 2 hours' time. So this is just the preamble. Completely forgot about my life ring. It's over the other side of the canal. Oh well. Somebody will collect that and it will do them a good turn. Charlie and I thought we'd go and have a little look down the canal and just experience being out in 70-mile-an-hour winds. Go on then. She loves a little duck chase. Off because he can't fly in this wind. There's waves on the canal. It's that overhanging branch that I'm worried about. This morning we start with a few of my favourite photos of Fudge. I'm sad to say that after 17 years of being a really good friend, she's moved on to a new and better place. Couldn't let her suffer with stomach cancer. Thanks for being my friend, Fudge. The storm is over. Sky is blue. But as you can see, I've got no solar on my solar panels due to these trees. So we're just moving down the canal to take advantage. Just for a day, and then we're raining for the next goodness knows how long. Goodbye, ducks. Cafe will be open in about 10 minutes. Just up here, on the left. Well, yesterday was exciting. Storm, I have no idea how to pronounce it, came through. We rocked, we rolled, I got covered in sticks all over the solar panels, so I had to get out and get them off. And then the wind blew them off. I lost my life ring, it's buried over there. But hey, we are floating, and actually it was nowhere near as bad as I thought. I thought some of these branches that are coming down across the canal would have snapped off, but nothing did. And all is peaceful, and you wouldn't have known how much mayhem went on yesterday. The calm after the storm. Well, if that is the only branch that came down yesterday, I think we got off pretty lightly. Marvellous. Right, let's get the washing on. Right, need to put that into there. Excellent. 1 hour and 16 minutes, and then we're good to go. Right, time for a walk. I do enjoy a gang of ducks. They're all beginning to pair off, slowly but surely. The geese are in pairs, the swans are in pairs. It's all going to happen. Spring is on its way. We're going to have a little look round Gargrave. Gargrave was mentioned in the Doomsday Book in 1086, so it's been around a while. In the period following the melting of the Ice Age, huge deposits of rich alluvial soil were dumped by the River Aire, and this accounts for the high quality of farmland at Gargrave. Gargrave was once a thriving market town. After the canal was built in the 19th century, it became a bustling transport centre. Lead from the Dales mines was loaded onto barges at one of the 5 wharves and then returned with coal, corn, glass and other merchandise. Today, the canal plays host to pleasure boats like me. This is Story House, built for Robert Story, known as the Craven Poet. He moved to Gargrave in 1820. When he moved to Gargrave, Robert Story opened a school, but because he was a strong opponent of parliamentary reform, He found he was really unpopular with a lot of the parents, so they took the children out of his school and it was closed by about 1830. Very handy from his house to the Old Swan, which he used to frequently, apparently. Here you can see the old Methodist school with the date on the stone of 1873. This has now been converted into 4 private homes. In 2004, 6 skeletons were found here during the development of the Mews on the old garage site. Carbon dating was used and found the remains dated between 340 BC and 100 AD, making them late Iron Age, early Roman. This little shelter is called the Summer Seat. It was originally built in 1930. And then it was rebuilt in 1986. The original seat was double-sided, but the river-facing side was blocked off to deter any shenanigans. Apparently they hold a carol concert here at Christmas. This is the River Aire and it goes right through the middle of Gargrave. You can cross it by the bridge, or alternatively, if they're not covered by water, you can use these old stepping stones. Quite nice in summer, I would think. But at this time of year, not safe. As far as I'm concerned, snowdrops are one of my first signs of spring. How lovely. In the 1820s, the main industry in Gargrave was cotton manufacturing, and there are numerous warehouses along the side of the canal. The population at this time was 972. There are now around 2,000 people in Gargrave. Church barn is rather lovely. Been here since 1670 apparently. Where are we going then, Charlie Dog? Alright, we're going round this corner. Now what? Oh, I see. So, Charlie's taken me to the Mason's Arms. The building that now houses the Mason's Arms dates back to the early 1800s. It was originally built as a coaching inn to serve travellers passing through the village. In the years since, it's been renovated and refurbished. It's got some great rooms upstairs, and the food here is outstanding home-cooked fare. I'm in the middle of town, and suddenly you come across a lovely old gate and a field and some sheep right in the middle of town. Lovely. Gargrave Village Hall was opened in February 1959, and it was a gift to the village by Mrs. Coulthurst and the Coulthurst Trust of Gargrave House. Charlie is insatiable. She's had more than enough history. She's now off to the pub to see her mate. This is Dorothy, the pub dog of the Mason's Arms. We're going for a walk with Charlie, and then we're going to go and have a look round Gargrave Church. There's snow on top of the mountains. Well, the dales. It's a beautiful sight, isn't it, Yorkshire? Charlie and I are on a little bit of an explore. We're following signs that are saying Pennine Way. Charlie has her new cravat on and we are going for a look-see. It's nice around here. We found a really peaceful woods. Gorgeous. Well, Mrs. Bandana. Go, Charlie. No, we're going through the woods. Let's go find squirrels. That's the sound of a missel thrush. Very intricate den building been going on. Well, impressive. Excellent. The beautiful county of Yorkshire. Oh, she's a bad girl. Charlie, before we go to the pub, we're going to have a little look round St Andrew's. This is St Andrew's Church in Gargrave. Like it's been here a while. The church still has its original tower, probably built in 1521, as there's an inscription on ancient timber inside. Legend has it that some of the stone used to build the tower came from a nearby Roman villa. The villa, unsurprisingly, is no more. I've been trying to find out some information about this church. For example, whose are these heads and why are they here? And these graves kind of look like they could have come from knights. So, are they the Knights of Gargrave? Why are they there in a row next door to the church? If anybody knows, please let me know. I'm really interested. In 1674, the vicar demolished a large rood screen which doubled as an organ loft. Unfortunately, the screen also played a structural role and the action caused part of the roof to collapse and the south aisle became completely unusable. It was repaired, but the bulk of the building was later demolished and rebuilt in 1852 by Rode Hawkins in the perpendicular style. There you go. This floor feels really old. St Andrews was Grade 2 listed in 1954. Welcome to a narrowboat night. I thought I'd show you what a narrowboat night looks and sounds like. Sometimes your neighbours can be really noisy. And this is the same view in the day with a missel thrush. It's 93.5 miles to Liverpool. So let's see what adventures we have between here and there. The plan today is to cruise up the first 3 locks to get to the lock flight. And then we shall decide whether we're going to go up the lock flight today or tomorrow. We shall just see how we feel when we get there. That's the good thing about narrowboating. You have a plan, but it's a bit of a loose one. Ideal. There's the lock. absolutely nothing to tie to apart from this one little thing here. So we're going to end up across the canal. Job of giving myself an extra long centre line, tied two together. Right then, Charlie mate, time to go and set the lock under the road bridge and up the old stairs. Come on. Oh, she's slow today. Keep going. A little bit of water's leaked into it, so we just need to let it out so I can open these gates. Gate open, and we're good to go. All right, off to go and find our boat. Good girl, go on then. I might need to lift you on though, because she's drifted a bit. And off we go. Wonderful. Now all I need to do is meet another narrowboat so we can share the locks. That would make it even more perfect. Excellent. Again, a different sort of ground paddle, dead easy. Twiddle it the direction it says open. This is anchor lock, and this used to be the site of the Anchor Inn. And up, what way comes? We have a lock that worked perfectly. Excellent. This bodes well. This is absolutely stunning. Charlie and myself are just coming up to Stegneck Lock near Gargrave. See all the water spewing out of the gate. That means the lock's full, so I'm going to need to empty it before I can get in it. Forewarned is forearmed. There's a tree, and it says, planted in memory of 4 lives lost in this lock, 19th of August, 1998. On the 19th of August 1998, a narrowboat on holiday hire floundered with the loss of 4 lives. The boat was called Drum Major, and apparently it was positioned too far forward in the lock, and the front fender got caught. The 4 who died were adults with learning disabilities. They were on a week's holiday with 4 social workers and carers that were helping them. It wasn't their first canal boat holiday. Just goes to show how careful you need to be in locks. Just going over the River Aire. Time to find a nice little mooring, just for tonight. You join us going backwards. In the front, there is the beginning of the lock flight, which I don't really want to start at 2:30 in the afternoon. I shall go tomorrow morning. But I wanted to moor up here to rest, to be ready to go tomorrow. and it's been turned into long-term permit holders only. So I'm having to go back until I can find somewhere to moor. The geese are leading the way. Up there on the top of that bridge is the Leeds and Liverpool Canal. And this is the River Aire going underneath it. That's cool. I'm liking the stonework. Particularly these conical buttresses, they're great. Lots of pride went into that aqueduct when it was built. Good aqueduct, hey Charlie mate? She's popped down for a look as well.